This video will be an explanation of how to determine the graph for 3D. We have a cosine function that has a period change of 720 degrees. It has a phase shift to the left of 90 degrees and has a vertical shift down 2 units. Whenever you are sketching any trigonometric functions, always apply amplitude changes, period changes, and reflections before doing any shifts. Let's take our 5 key points for cosine. So our beginning and end of cycle, our midpoint, which is our minimum, and our 2 intercepts, which are halfway between the beginning and midpoint and the midpoint and the end. To apply the period change of 720 degrees, the beginning of our cycle will be unaffected, but the end of our cycle, which was at 360, is now at 720. The midpoint, which is our minimum, will happen halfway between the beginning and the end of our cycle. Since the end of our cycle is 720, the midpoint will be 360 degrees, so that is where our new minimum is occurring. Our intercepts are halfway between the beginning and the midpoint, so our new intercept will be at 180 degrees. Our second intercept halfway between the midpoint and the end of our cycle. So halfway between 360 and 720 is 540 degrees. Another way to determine the location of these points is to just double the locations of our old 5 key points, since our period has been doubled from 360 to 720. Now we want to take each of these transformed points, shift them to the left 90 degrees, which will be 3 boxes on our horizontal axis, and down 2 units. So the beginning of our cycle, left 3, down 2 units, will now be here. The end of our cycle, left 90 degrees, so 3 boxes, and down 2. And it's right there. Again, you can try to create the remainder of the cycle by recalling the shape of cosine, with the minimum occurring halfway between the beginning and the end of the cycle, and our intercepts halfway between the beginning and midpoint and end. Or you can just apply the transformations to each of the key points where they are right now. So for example, our minimum will shift to the left 90 degrees and down 2 units. 1, 2. This intercept will shift to the left 90 degrees, down 2 units. And our other intercept, left 90 degrees, and down 2 units. And there's the location of our 5 key points for cosine with the 3 transformations applied to them. We can continue this process of applying these transformations to other key points on our original cosine wave to create more parts of the cycle.